Welcome back, everybody, to the Counter Counter Cockwise podcast. There we go. I got it. I got it in one good roll. Um, it's been
Is it really that hard for you to say?
every time.
Like how?
Every time that I go to say it, I crack
Does it
up
make
a
you
little bit.
giggle?
It does make me giggle. I don't know
Okay,
why. I'm just
so-
a little giggle puss about it. Anyways, it's been a hot.
I can say it.
Can you? Can you though?
Yeah, the Counterclockwise podcast.
Okay, fuck you. Anyways, as always,
Stay mad.
we got
Get fucked.
Alex,
Post mad.
Dorian, and Gaelen joining us today. Or would you guys rather I use like gamer tags and such?
No.
If you use
No.
my gamer tag, I will burn your apartment down.
Same. I will find you.
Yeah,
I'll send Gaelen money to do it for you.
Just don't link any of my shit anywhere.
Dude, I've known you too long
There's no
to
last
say
names.
taco in Halo, or I will kill myself.
Well,
I would just call him Taco at that point.
I noticed
That's worse.
in the past ones.
That's worse.
In the past like episodes, we haven't like really formally introduced ourselves except for like episode 0. We've just kind of been like, oh, hey, we're here. What do we talk about this time? Also, the podcast in which we said we were sponsored by a particular historical leader of Germany specifically, that made it in the recordings. That was saved. That did not get lost in the purge of of audio. So we're good there.
I don't know if we should be celebrating that one, guys.
I'm just celebrating the fact that we actually have something at least saved.
Oh, we have quite a bit saved. It was just like I lost a couple episodes, and I thought one of those episodes had it. No, it was further back than I thought, so we're good. Yeah.
So we're good.
You know, it's still there.
Yeah, I mean, PR-wise, we're terrible, but hey, you know, at least we have that clip to keep us company.
What, the most cancelable thing imaginable?
I mean, it could be worse. We could have gotten Sean to
It
drop
could
the
be.
hard R or something, you know, like.
Oh God.
He would though.
He would do it. He would do it if poked and prodded about it. He would do it. And then a quick thing on Sean, just for everybody else's sake, because of the time difference that we have between him and the rest of us, I don't think he's going to be available for the podcast from here on out, except for special occasions. Or if we start recording more
He can be a
often.
special guest.
Sorry?
You already
He
said
can be a
that.
special guest, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was confirmed with everybody. Because I messaged the chat about it, and he had messaged the chat to see if anybody was available earlier, and nobody really answered. So, anyways, yeah. On that
It really
note,
depends because Dorian has his meetings now on Tuesdays. They used to be Wednesdays, but they moved it to Tuesdays. The bastards.
Boo.
You should kill
Well, I'm
them.
not happy. Tuesdays used to be
makes
mine and
sense.
his off.
It makes sense that they're on Tuesdays for us because we should handle things like before the week starts.
Good
But,
Mondays.
like, boo, they move it. I know, I
Yeah.
wanted Mondays,
Boo.
but nobody wants to do
I
it on
wanted
Mondays.
Dorian all to myself for Tuesdays. Boo. Anyways, so Alex, do you want to start us off and talk about your work complaints, as long as you stay anonymous, so you don't bork your potential employment?
Oh no, I'm just working too much. I'm just genuinely mad about the fact that I'm now working. So I work tomorrow 8 hours. So from 3:30 to 11:30, like PM to PM.
Okay.
And then I work Thursday, 3:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. And then Friday, I work now 8:30 a.m. because I had to ask my boss if I could come in an hour late because I get off literally 8 hours beforehand. So now I get there 8:30 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. So 11 hours. And then on Saturday, I work 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And then I finally have Sunday off for a golf tournament. And then I work Monday evening, 3:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m.
That's a lot of work. I hope you're getting overtime hours.
I'd
for
like
it.
to cry. Oh yeah, anything at my company, anything over 8 hours is overtime. Anything.
Well, usually they go like 8 hours, and I don't know your provincial rulings on this. I just know for our province, it's like either anything over 8 hours or anything over 44 hours a week. You should be getting overtime for.
I think ours is specifically anything over 8 hours, and then anything over 160. I think is what the full time is per month.
Oh, per month.
Yeah. Okay. So anything over 160. Yeah, we get
Oh,
paid monthly. That's why. If we got paid bi-weekly, it'd be different. But because we get paid monthly, our overtime is also calculated monthly instead.
Weird, but okay. That's
Government stuff.
That's a really weird way to do it.
Yeah, because like
Yep.
most places will either do like every second week or like the 15th and 30th for payments. Usually you don't hear about monthly.
Yeah, ours is last day of the month. Unless that day falls on a weekend, then it's the
It's a
Friday
very
before.
Old
Yeah.
style company. So they're
Yeah,
kind of just like,
yeah. It is kind of a government company. I would say kind of because we work very closely with the government, so I assume that we would also take some of their practices.
Yeah, probably.
Yay.
We love the government.
We love it.
No.
Government #1 fan right here.
I don't like the government, but I'm not a full anarchist. I just
Government's
believe in the old
#1.
nature.
I love having the government choose what are my interests for me. Yes, Daddy government. Take more from my paycheck.
Daddy
I don't
government.
need food anyways. All
It's
I need
God.
is
overrated,
vape and
actually.
energy drink. That is all I require.
Ugh.
Please.
I mean, all you do is eat hot chip and lie. So
And be bisexual.
be bisexual, yeah.
Act of canon?
Canon in the podcast lore. There was a after podcast like debriefing, I guess you could call it, from Mac, and he essentially called me bisexual. Where like he was like, "You give off bi energy," and I was like, "Do you
You
mean
do
like
though.
you mean like bard or
You
like
do.
what do you mean?" He's like,
You
"Well,
do.
you just seem comfortable with your sexuality." I was like, "What's there to reconsider?"
No, you
That's what
definitely do.
Yep.
That's what junior high is for, though. Am I gay? I don't think so. You know.
All right,
Hey,
Christian.
hey,
Fucking
Hey.
yeah. Or I'll follow Gaelen. That right,
Yeah.
Christian. This is coming from a bisexual.
hey. All right.
You're bisexual, dude.
No. No. Shut up.
Or you give off hard bi.
No.
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 Like,
You can be bi and not get hard when see male PP.
Yeah, that's very
You can
true.
be bi and not be hard when see male PP.
That's very true. Anyways, but I don't know. I hadn't really considered like sexuality of myself since like junior high, because like that's the time where you're like, I don't know.
How the fuck do you be bi but not be hard when see other PP? Huh?
What do you mean?
You just
I-
like seeing A
I think-
man?
I
There's
think
other parts of a man that you can get enjoyed by.
I think she's
Yeah.
like hinting at like enjoying twinks and such, but not enjoying the PP.
Yeah.
I've got a buddy, Matt. He's
Interesting.
kind of falling down that rabbit hole of femboys and such. And so,
Just encourage him. Just keep it going.
well, I'm like,
encourage him.
Just encourage it. Yeah.
Just-
But yeah, no,
just
those
let it
those socks look great on you.
Yeah.
well, he was like,
Those socks look great on you.
well, literally, he's gotten to the point where he's
You
like,
fucking
"Dude,
broke
I'm-"
Dorian.
He's gotten to the point where he's like, I am so close to getting like thigh-high socks and shaving my legs and trying that out. I was like,
Oh my
"What's
god. Oh my
stopping you?"
god. Okay,
He's like-
as a woman, shaving your legs make you
Wild.
run faster. Shave your legs for fast running. Get away from cops.
Or for swimming faster.
A
Michael
random
Phelps
ass
and the rest
fucking
of them
tape.
have to shave their legs. They're not considered unmanly.
My ex stepdad used to shave his legs when he would run marathons.
Because it makes you run
And-
faster.
It was just yeah.
Well, I mean,
It was just kind of funny to watch him.
imagine the chafe though if you didn't shave your legs.
Oh god, okay.
Oh,
But
God.
I have to
Just
experience
baby
that
powder
though.
me, please.
Right?
Yeah.
Kind of still have to baby powder it because there's nothing there to cushion the friction.
Can't relate.
So with just skin to skin contact, you need to both lubricate and then powder it so that way the powder sticks to something.
Okay. Anyways. So yeah. So he's just been, like
Anyways.
joking about
Michael's just imagining all of this.
yeah, specifically Dorian.
Of course.
And Gaelen too.
Well, who else would it be?
Hey, leave me out of this. I'm
No,
pure. I'm in
everyone's-
this.
Leave me out of this.
Everyone's gay for Dorian.
I don't know why this keeps happening.
Galen, I'm just trying
Dorian's
to
like
I
it's
will
like me. I
neither-
can't.
Max
I'm
trees
neither
are
gonna
hard.
It just
confirm or
doesn't not
deny.
happen.
It's like me
I'm
from
mute-
high
I'm
school.
muting for a sec.
When I was in high school, hey, good for you. When I was in high school, I couldn't have male friends because every fucking time. It's just okay. Good for you, Dorian. Yeah, every time in high school, I could not have male friends because they would end up being like 6 weeks in, I like you, and I'd be like, yeah, you didn't make this any fucking obvious. It wasn't obvious whatsoever, as you were fucking basically stalking me in the hallways. Yeah,
What?
sure. Yeah.
What?
And then I'd look at them and be like, yeah, and you're fucking dumb. Go away.
No, man.
And now that I'm with Dorian, they're all like, don't forget that Dorian loves you. And I'm like, well, no fucking shit. I kind of have a ring on my finger, you dumbass.
No, but don't forget that Dorian loves you. You can't forget that.
Oh, I know. Oh, I'm well aware.
Okay.
I can't.
Just saying, if you
No way,
fumble,
go make me scream like that.
if you fumble him, there's like 8 people in line ready to catch him.
Oh God, please no.
Anyways, so yeah, Max said I have bi energy, and I've been fighting those demons since. Clearly, they're winning.
Just give it to them.
Don't fight those demons.
Do I paint my fingernails
the
again or
thigh
something
highs.
like that? Like I don't know what to do with the information.
Yeah,
honestly.
to thigh highs.
I'm not doing the thigh.
You
highs.
literally
both
do nothing
sides
with
of
that
your-
information. You
Get
literally
only
do
one
nothing
side
with
of
it.
your ears pierced.
I
No,
don't-
no. What he has to do is just get the one ear pierced. Just the one.
Nah, I can't do ear piercings.
Yep.
They would not work well on me.
My father has his ears pierced.
Just keeping it.
Wait
above.
a second. My dad's bi. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll save that for
My dad
the-
never came
the
out.
real
I told him
buys.
I was bi and he almost kicked me out of the house.
That's a little hypocritical.
Yeah, and he's an atheist.
Do Speaking of
He's an atheist.
Michael, let's talk
You are
about
right.
family. Ha ha ha. Joking.
Oh fuck.
Just gonna make a joke about my family-in-law, but that would be a bit too much.
Hit too close to home.
We all know they're unhinged.
They don't have
Unhinged is a nice way of putting it.
They're a door in.
They're a sliding door,
They're
and
a,
unfortunately, the barn has been left open.
they are a door in the dump. They are so far away from the hinge. It's unreal.
The hinge has been melted to be made into something completely different,
Yeah.
and the door has been set on fire and is now ashes.
I will reduce it
Valid.
to ash. Anyways, Gaelen, did you have something to talk about
Yes.
for today?
No, I just kind of here to hang out.
I'm just here to hang
Alright.
out.
Hey, Dorian, you should tell them about your uncle.
Oh, well, it's not like you really told me much about it, but
Well, no, I
My
just more
uncle's no
mean
longer
like
just-
there's another one.
oh yeah, sure, I guess. So you guys know that I used to be Jehovah's Witness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, so did my uncle, or so yeah.
Most of your family.
I think this is my uncle is no longer a witness now as well. He got kicked out,
Oof.
Oh,
Is he a cool guy at least?
and he's not going to try to go back either. Oh, I liked my uncle
Oh.
most of the time growing up.
Oh, that's good.
so it was of his own volition.
Was it a similar
no.
vibe to what happened
It was
with you,
more
or-
he got kicked out.
Sorry.
Well, he definitely didn't fuck any other dude's wife, that's for sure. But he
Uh-huh.
did get kicked out for breaking the rules. His rule was, or like the rule that he broke was alcoholism. Can't be an alcoholic, and he was one for too long.
That's based.
Well, I got to sneeze.
Give up the drink or give up on God. Bro said, "Fuck that."
Fuck it, I'm done with God.
This Brewski's calling
Well,
him.
he essentially took too long to like recover, right?
Yo, Jesus, put a cold one in there.
And they didn't see any progress with the AA stuff.
Well, they didn't see any progress out of him for enough time that they just went, all right, well, you're not getting better. It's time to disfellowship you.
You think the J-Man likes NASCAR?
And then,
Right, time to hit the
when they
hay,
did-
fucker. Get fucked.
When they did disfellowship him, he started doing research on the governing body and stuff, like within the Jehovah's Witnesses, and found out, yeah, there's a whole lot of fucked up shit going on that they're hiding from them, and he's not going back.
That's fair. That's a reasonable
Yeah.
conclusion to come to, aside from personal
Yeah, very much so.
situations.
That's basically what you did.
Essentially, yeah.
Bless you. Okay. So, like, your
Oh, fuck.
your uncle like reach out to you and it's just like, "Hey, buddy, long time no see. How you been?" Or like, yeah, how did you hear about it?
Yeah, essentially, he reached out on Instagram and he sent me a meme I had already liked. That there's a girl dressed in a Miku outfit, jumped down the stairs, and like, have you seen this? Just unfolds a piece of paper with her feet that says "you're gay," or the person that sent this to you just wants to tell you that you're gay or whatever.
That's great.
He fucking sends that back to me. I'm like, you bitch, I already liked that. He's like, I know, I could tell. And he's like, how you been? I'm out of the witnesses, by the way. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Here's a meme about Miku calling you gay. Anyways, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. What's
He
up?
also called
Literally.
Dorian gay.
Literally.
What
That
a
He
is
also called
what
Dorian
happened.
gay.
So he's a fun.
He was like,
uncle.
also, by the way, you're gay, Dorian.
No, that's literally fun uncle energy right there. Oh, hey, kiddo, I'm out of the.
He's
I'm
the
out of
reason
witness.
Dorian is not ticklish anymore.
Pause. What?
Well,
Dorian?
you
Pause.
know, if you get tickled too much growing up, it fucking actually breaks that part of your brain. Did you know that? Like your nerves just won't properly
I
register
don't
that
get ticklish
anymore.
anymore.
Yeah, and that's actually I actually learned that in Psych Hunt just this past year.
That's hilarious.
That part of your brain just does not work anymore.
The more you know.
That bitch.
And the one time that it does work, it like you will feel so fucking entirely weird. No. What are you fucking doing?
Air gun. Sorry.
Oh.
Yo, this is a certified
I am
air gun moment.
modifying a box.
Can we get
Air
our
gun.
Certified
gun in the
airgun
chat.
classic.
Certified air gun classic?
Certified hood classic.
You know those like edgy radio stations, like the 102.3 The Rock. I just imagine like a 97.7 FM, where where your air cans will go wild. Oh, my air can!
We had one in Saskatoon called Wired 96.3. They ended up shutting down. But their thing was like, "Are you wired or tired?" And I'm like, "Are you really? I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Fuck you. Why are you still on my radio?"
Oh, did I tell you guys about the Chinese radio channel that I found by accident while moving?
No.
Okay, so I'm in a giant, like, I think it was a 15-footer moving van. You know, just, packed up all of our stuff and just driving through the city, you know. Oh no, we had just picked it up. Not even, like, packed it up yet or anything like that. I have my brother with me so that as soon as we get to the house, we can start packing and throwing stuff in and all that. And he's fiddling around with the radio trying to find something to listen to for the both of us. And he just stumbles onto a random radio station where it's just a lady talking in Chinese, sort of like Hanoi Hana from the Vietnam War, but it's all Chinese. And it's I'm assuming it was like news or something like that. But because we don't speak a lick of Chinese, it's just absolute gibberish to us. And so he just like lets it play for like 10-15 minutes while talking about how some of our siblings found this channel a couple of years ago by accident, and they just have not been able to find it since. And so he found the forbidden Chinese channel on the FM radio.
The forbidden Chinese channel.
It was like liminal space on FM radio. Like, you're not supposed to be here, bro. Why are you here right now?
Listen, sometimes you just need to go down the highway at like 1 a.m, listening to things that'll definitely put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Road noise.
Yeah.
Don't you love when cars start simulating road noise inside of the car to also lull you to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Volkswagens do that. Or sorry, they simulate engine noise. No, seriously.
Should I have a nap
they have a
behind the
speaker
wheel?
dedicated to just simulating engine noise.
Lovely.
Do you want to know what it's
Love
called in
Volkswagen.
German?
Please enlighten us.
Please enlighten me.
It is called a soundicator.
A
I hit you with
soundicator.
my soundicator. I'll take over the tri-state
It's got a K in it and
area
everything.
with my soundicator.
Whole tri-state area.
The whole tri-state area will be mine. with my sound indicator. Perry the platypus.
Okay,
What are you doing here
okay.
in my sound indicator?
Speaking of Perry, speaking of Phineas and Ferb, I was sitting at work the other day, and literally out of nowhere, and I did not fully recognize what I was doing until afterwards. My brain played the entire intro to Phineas and Ferb on point, on key, and at the end I was like, "That's just fucking Phineas and Ferb."
Yep.
With Candace in the background too.
Mom, they're doing a title
It was great.
sequence.
Time sequence. Insert insane
And
guitar riff.
literally,
Mom, they're hiding Saddam Hussein.
I love that man.
I don't
Oh,
know why that
They
came
built
to
the
mind.
tunnel in the basement again.
They're hiding all of Iran's nuclear weapons again.
Oh my god. I'm still so surprised about everything. Not surprised that it's happening, but just surprised that it took this long.
Apparently, people have been talking about this happening for years, which
Yep.
Because it was going to happen for
It's been
years.
this war has been happening for 40 years.
you've been happening for 40 years. Oh, get it.
I'm only fucking 20. What? I'm only 26.
Huh?
Got 'em.
Huh?
Libtard get
Fucking
owned
got
with
'em.
facts and logic.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
It's time to
keep
take
thinking
a
that
sip,
there, buddy.
Grandpa. It's time to
I
take a
was
sip,
saying, you
Grandpa.
keep thinking that there, buddy, boomer.
The radio
Hey,
keeps
boomer.
talking to me. Don't give me my lithium.
Okay, boomer.
I need to know the secret messages.
Don't give me my lithium.
Mm,
Lithium.
I love
Grandpa.
lithium.
They take away my spice when
I
you give
fucking
me
read
my
somewhere that.
What would we be without our lithium addiction?
The government's implanting chips into your eggs in the morning. Do you think that Denny's is just a wholesome meal?
Oh.
Think again. They won't tell you this on
I
mainstream
fucking had-
media.
Listen, I don't
Oh.
give a shit if the government puts anything in my eggs. Listen, those some bitches better be tasty. If I'm going to a Denny's.
Fuck. Dorian and I went and had breakfast. What was it? Yesterday morning? Yeah, yesterday morning. And we had egg. I had eggs Benedict. Well, you had an eggs Benedict too, didn't you? Yeah. You had a barbecue Korean one,
Mine was,
I think.
yeah, mine was mid.
It was okay. Mine was fucking phenomenal. I had a wild blue crab, eggs Benedict on a croissant with brown butter, hollandaise sauce. So fucking good.
Oh no, I'm a Ford.
Water hollandaise is just different.
Humpty's hollandaise sauce is my favorite. To be fair.
Do the Humpty Hump.
Humpties?
Watch me do the Humpty Hump. It's a chain that was meant to.
Do you guys not have Humpty's?
No, we used to have Humpties. There's one or two in the city still.
Oh.
At least as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
Might be
They are
getting
so
that.
unfamiliar to me.
They
They
really
basically
unfamiliar
were created to.
Yeah, they were a chain to battle
Like-
against like Smitty's and Denny's and that sort of thing.
And Denny's. Yeah. Smitty's is so mid, I would not go back.
It is for seniors and seniors only. Change my mind.
No, because you're right.
Like, the only time
100%.
I've ever been in there is because I've been with a senior who's been like, let's go for food.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the seniors me and Dorian hang out with are always like, let's go to this fucking clubhouse or this pub.
Yeah, it must be nice. My mom got taken to fucking Danielle Smith's husband's restaurant on accident.
On accident. I
Yeah, they genuinely
for
didn't
the
know
love
the
of
name
God.
of it before going in.
was gonna say nobody would ever want to touch or step step foot anywhere near that family.
No, they as soon as they found out, they were like, "Well, we're never gonna go back." Great.
Was the food decent at least?
They said it was serviceable.
Oh, yeah.
That's even worse than just saying it's bad.
Yeah, they said it was serviceable.
It was food. It
It was food. Yeah.
it filled our stomachs, kinda, you know.
The best review that they can get.
Oh. Anyways, oh, I did not mention the headphones thing to you guys, I don't think. That happened, I think, after the
Oh
podcast.
yeah.
Oh, how'd that turn out?
Yeah, so for the listeners, unless I already talked about this before,
No, this happened before, or like, what, on like Tuesday or some shit.
yeah. Anyways, I was trying to figure out some stuff with the podcast episodes, ironically enough, and I had some wired headphones into my laptop, and my toddler thought it would be a good idea to jump like right next to where it was plugged in. And so instead of unplugging it and like pulling on the cord by accident or something like that, something that I could hand wave away of like, oh yeah, it's a toddler, whatever, as long as nothing's broken, we're fine. Instead of that, he managed to shear off the aux cord and leave half of it in the laptop, and then the other half is just broken and out on its own. So I had to trash those headphones. I have a replacement, better headphones that are wireless. They should be here tomorrow. I was hoping they would be here by today, but something was weird with my payment on Amazon that prevented them from getting shipped today. Anyways, so I got out like a part of it initially with tweezers, and then the rest of it has just stayed firm in there. I've yet to open up the case.
So the hot glue did fuck all.
The hot glue did fuck all, man. I was so sad when it did not work the
Fuck.
first, second, and 18th time. Like, I just wanted it to work and just be done with it, but it did not. I tried different instruments to help give it some leverage. I tried just giving it a massive glob on it, and then I would just pull straight at the hot glue itself. I waited extra time. I did everything I possibly could to allow it to settle onto the
Did you try
cord.
super glue?
I have not tried the super glue yet. I know we talked about that already.
Okay.
But I have not tried it yet.
Yeah, there's super glue hot glue sticks.
No, you
Slap one of them in.
you super glue onto like a stick or something like that, like a toothpick or something like that, and then stick that onto whatever you're trying to pull out, and allow it to rest, and then you can clean up the crazy glue with acetone or isopropyl alcohol, which I have a bottle of ISO at my house. Not concerning whatsoever.
Brother, I have 6 bottles of isopropyl alcohol in my closet.
It's a really good thing to use for for using against electronics because it's non-conductive.
That,
I'm
and
aware.
also it's really good for cleaning anything with dabs.
Fair.
Dab.
Speaking of, I
Dab
should
on the
really
haters.
clean my fucking pen. Right, clean my pen.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, those headphones are like fuckered. There's no saving them. Like, I could strip the wires and like try to give it a new aux cable and all that, but like I got headphones
Bless
that
you.
are double of what the headphones I got are normally worth, and they're wireless, so they'll be a little bit better for the podcast anyways. just peeved that it's stuck in the computer. Because like if the headphones were just broken, whatever, fine. But the computer too, come on, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
anybody else got any topics? Got anything they want to chat about? Has there been anything that pissed you off lately? If you could bang Ryan Reynolds or
Not
pick
really,
Ryan
no.
Reynolds, which one would you pick?
No,
I started rewatching the MCU movies.
How's that going so far?
Just finished up until the first Avengers.
Oh damn!
So
Wait, so you
on Disney they have like it in on chronological, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's kind of nice. So all of
So
the
I
Iron
have seen.
Thor. What else was there?
So it's Iron Man 1, 2, Captain America 1, Hulk, the first Thor, and Captain Marvel. Technically, if you're doing it chronologically.
Did you skip that one, or did you watch Captain Marvel?
No, I watched it. I
How
don't
is
hate
it?
Captain Marvel. I think it's fine. I think it's an alright movie. Like I think that it's definitely not like my favorite,
Fair.
but I'd watch it over Dark World.
I have
It's
no.
the
I've already
second
lost.
movie's
I have
terrible.
no bone to pick in either of these horses here, so because I haven't seen either one.
I don't watch Marvel anymore.
The last one that I watched was
Yeah.
Endgame, I think. And
Did I tell you, Gaelen, that I got a custom license plate?
Oh, nice. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
The Stardew one.
I've also restarted playing Stardew to try and get perfection before I come to the symphony.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that. How is the grind going?
Not bad. Halfway through winter year 1, I'm romancing Leah. Originally was romancing Haley, but that's just because Haley's easy.
oof.
Yeah. I
she's
mean,
just-
diamonds are pretty easy.
Well, not only that, she likes daffodils, and those are one of the easiest forageables you can get in spring.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that too.
I would just give her a bunch of those. But I'm doing Leah now, and it's going good. I got one secret that scared the shit out of me that I shared with the internal, I'm pretty sure. And then
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, that scared the hell out of me. And then I ended up getting a meteorite. I got a witch. I got a crop fairy. And I was just like, all right, we kind of have to like make this the perfection run now because I'm getting just everything all in one go. And I'm even doing remixed bundles, which is really fun, to be honest. I really recommend that.
The remix bundles. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like an interesting
I didn't think I would like it.
thing to try out.
I didn't think I would like it. And then, because I was always just like, at least I know what I need. I thought it was just going to be a lot harder. I didn't realize that it was like remixed, but there are only certain things that can be remixed. There'll always be the same couple bundles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but I mean, only getting some of the remix is nice. Maybe that'll next time I play it, I'll probably swap it on then. I was worried about that because having all of it remixed would be hell.
No, so if you remember like the pantry, how it has like the spring crops, summer crops, those will always be there. But for mine, I've got a garden bundle instead of the animal bundle. So instead of having to have eggs, milk, and whatnot, I have to have four of out of the 5 flowers. So tulip, yeah. basically just need 4 out of 5. And then I also have rare crops instead of the quality crops. So you either have to plant 1 ancient fruit or 1 sweet gemberry.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it's only one of the two.
Yeah. Sometimes you can get 1 whole room where there's no remix whatsoever. So my craft room right now is still the construction bundle and exotic foraging. And no remix whatsoever there. Yeah.
Lucky.
Kind of. I have the quality fish bundle instead though, as well for the fishing one now too, instead of doing the whatever the base one is, because my other game that I'm actually doing for the stream is the master fish. Just so I have to catch like either a blobfish and a lava eel fuck, what are they? Scorpion carp or an octopus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is worth
I know
it
which
though.
ones
I
you're
really
talking
like the remixed. Yeah. It adds in a lot more challenge, I'd say. Especially if you're somebody who likes to mid-max things.
Well,
Hello, Cass. Hello, the birds.
anything else?
Oh, it's been really
Dorian,
quiet.
Do you have anything you want to talk about? Buddy old pal.
The wedding?
I had a decent wedding this weekend.
Oh, that's good.
This
Trying to
lady
get
has
married?
been
I'm
like
just kidding.
Yeah, to his stand.
nice one.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Come on. I don't already have a wife. Fuck her. Anyways. No, there's this wedding I've been planning for like
This is a sad one.
she's been really questionative, but like I don't care if you question stuff. Just let me know after, like before we start. Is this all the information that I have right? I'm happy with that, and that's what she did. It went exactly how she wanted it. Everything was laid out perfectly. They were both super happy. They were late, like I want to say like 8 p.m. and they were looking for me most of the night, but I was kind of relaxing upstairs. When I finally go downstairs, they're both like, "Come on, let's go outside," and they're cheering me on and really happy about the night and everything. They got me to smoke a cigar with them and have a couple of shots with them and everything.
That's nice.
Good night. Yeah.
Was it just like pre-wedding jitters or something like that for them, and that was stopping them from enjoying themselves, or?
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that seems to be the number one ruiner of fun when it comes to weddings. Either that or in-laws.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That or
So far, it hasn't
bridezillas.
been in-laws for me. It's been either bridezilla or pre-wedding jitters.
I had not considered the bridezilla, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, the last weekend wedding that I had, we had a back-to-back wedding Friday, Saturday. The one lady was just an absolute bridezilla. I sent her like my notes like I normally do with all my information on it of like what we have for the wedding. And she confirmed it was good. And then a day before, she's like, "So we're gonna do this, and this, right?" And I'm like, the first time I'm hearing of it, but sure. Yeah, we'll do that, no problem. And then day of, I'm like setting all this stuff up by myself. We didn't have enough people in for some reason. And then she like guilt tripped me for not having a power washer and her offering to give us a power washer or lend us a power washer to wash patio, which nobody's ever asked for because it's fucking windy. It's Saskatchewan and dust blows there. We're on a golf course.
She basically asks for the outside to not be outside on her wedding day.
Yeah.
Right, you were
But
talking about
you're
that.
outside. You can't.
You were talking about that last week,
Yeah.
I think.
Was I? Okay, I didn't remember if I talked about this. Yeah,
I
fuck
just
that
No, we
bitch.
weren't.
I still
We
don't
weren't
like
here
her.
last week.
I remember you talking about how you were astonished and confused at somebody wanting an outside deck to be power washed when you know it's going to be dirty and covered in dust again in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, because it's outside.
Yeah, it was literally 30 minutes later. It was all dusty again. Everything I power washed collected the dust because the wind's blowing constantly.
Honestly, would
who
have
would
been
have
better
not? Who would have
just to get a
thought?
leaf blower or something
Who'd
like
have
that.
thought?
And then just do your photos real quick.
Not
and then-
even like it'll just you can't outpower the wind down there. So the way this little patio down there is designed, there's a deck above it, which creates like an overhang over it, and then there's immediately a putting green in front of it. So the way wind funnels in, it like spins inside and stays. It doesn't go anywhere.
Oh,
So it's literally like
just a wind
like
tunnel.
chairs go from one side of the patio to the other side of the patio overnight, like throughout the day, multiple times a day. They move in herds.
Oh my gosh,
They have a mind of their own.
Moving herds.
Jurassic
Literally.
Park.
There you go. It's like I'll look outside and be like, "Oh, there goes the chairs again." Like you'd have to bolt that shit down. They just will always blow around. Saskatchewan's like always 35-kilometer-an-hour winds most of the time.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
Oh, did you guys have that?
Like there's no fucking
tornado
trees
warning?
here. Yeah.
Oh,
we had
there was a
warning.
tornado a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Did it actually touch down?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I mean, not
Yeah,
nice
and it was,
for
like, right-
anyone involved.
it was-
but, you know.
Well, it actually didn't destroy anything, thankfully. It just did it in a field and then it fucked off real quick. But the other owner's son, because there's two owners. The owner that I really like is the family I work for, the Smiths, and then the other owner,
Ay caramba.
fucking don't like that guy.
We should maybe censor
His
that
son.
name.
Yeah,
will.
bleep that.
Thanks.
His son literally opened the front door to his house, saw the tornado, and closed his front door
That's a
because it was like half a kilometer away. Yeah.
A very appropriate
Yeah.
reaction.
I just my sister is out by where you guys are, roughly speaking, and she texted the family group chat and was like, "This was not what I was expecting for today." I think that was yesterday. And I was like, "Hey, you might get a free trampoline out of it. Like, pray to God
my
you get
God.
something nice." Well, because like every time that I've seen videos of tornadoes, there's always one video where somebody sees a random ass trampoline from the neighborhood just going its way down the street, just doing its own thing.
Into someone else's yard.
Into somebody else's yard. Maybe they hit a car on the way, or just like a trash bin or something like that. Like it's not the pejorative of the trampoline. It just moves where it needs to,
Yep.
So, anyways, got some giggles out of that one, and then promptly went back to the sad life. So, you know how it goes.
Agreed.
Yeah. Anybody got anything else? I'm just
Not really, no. Life's been fucking just nothing for the last little bit.
Life's just been
Talked about the only thing that happened was.
all
Yeah.
I got is really like just updates on like my kid. Like there's not a whole lot going on for me right now.
We're all just struggling and barely making it through each day. God
Yeah.
bless.
I
God
stream
bless.
most days that I have off, which I've been enjoying. I get asked a bunch if I want to buy people's art for like emotes and stuff, and I'm like, can you please piss off? Like, I'd like to learn how to do it myself. Thanks. I don't want to buy your art. And while I do
Oh,
agree
I
that
hate the
artists,
starving artist.
right? And I'm like, while I do agree that artists need to get paid for their work, I do agree. I personally cannot trust that if I buy artwork from somebody that it's not going to be AI generated nowadays
Yeah, that's
because
fair.
AI has just gotten that good. And I would
And
rather just do it myself so I know it's my own artwork as well, and then I have something I can kind of be proud of for it.
that's fair. I mean, it was kind of insulting seeing Twitch use AI generated art to come up with new emotes for everybody. Like that Christmas carol or whatever that
Yeah.
they had. I remember watching Thor, the pirate software. I think that's his username. The
Yeah.
guy that made not Deltarune, it was another game maybe, but he talked about
He's
it.
making Heartbound.
Heartbound, thank you. I knew it was an indie game.
You're welcome. I watch him a lot.
Yeah,
I love his ferret rescue.
his ferrets are pretty cute. Anyways, I just remember watching him talk about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And it was actually really sad because like there's so many artists on Twitch because a lot of people will just like stream the process and like talk about why they're making certain decisions and all that. And
And
as somebody who wanted to like do art as a kid, that shit is amazing to watch somebody take, a laptop or whatever they're working with and a little tablet that has a pen that magically knows where it is from where it isn't. Um, and turning a blank page into art in roughly an hour or so. Like, I think there's something to behold in that. But no, they had to go with the AI generated stuff instead. It's just sad.
I've noticed even a lot of games have started to be using like AI generated frames and stuff, and that just let me fucking decide where my game is going.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh
want my
yeah,
character.
dude. When I was at
I
the
fucking
GameCon,
hate. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
when I was at the GameCon, I spent a majority of my time just going around to the art booths and just going like, which one of these is AI? It's crazy how much people sell like just AI art so blatantly.
How
And
how
it's so
many were
freaking
there?
annoying because it's like
It was quite a few, and it really sucked because it was mixed in with like actual genuine art. It sucks.
That's a that's so sad. Sorry, Alex, you were about to
Because
say something.
if you're not really paying super close attention, you're just like, well, this one looks real, so they must be real, right?
Mm-hmm.
yep. And finally AI has figured out how to deal with hands. So we
And the
can't even
yellow.
use like things like yep, we can't even use things like that to be like, well, this is why it's not real. It's just gotten that good.
Yeah. I don't know if
To be fair, using AI to make like recipes really good.
so.
Like
There's certain
cooking recipes.
applications where I totally understand the use of AI, like for quick ideas or for something non-commercial. I totally get it. I'm not gonna get mad at somebody to come up with an itinerary of what they should do on their trip to Spain because they don't want to
Oh my
spend
god, that would suck.
hours and hours and hours researching of what are the best places to go and on a budget and this and that. Like I get that, but it's gone in the wrong direction if you know what I mean. Like most companies are using it for
Yep.
the data organization and separation and that sort of stuff. Like all the stuff that you would normally pay a teenager to do during summer break. They're replacing the menial stupid jobs where it's like hopefully a computer can do this one day and here we are. But we've also started taking away art and music and some other things as well. Like you can have Chat GPT write you poetry and come up with lyrics for your song and all sorts of shit. I don't know. There's a certain part of it where it's like I get it and I'm completely behind using it as a tool, but there's other aspects like specifically for art that I just detest.
There has to be a time and place for it.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I don't mind using AI as a quick guide or reference. It's using it as the final product.
Trying to. Yep.
I don't know. That's how I feel personally about it. I try to support, actual artists when I can. I try to support the people who are actually making their own stuff. I want it to be genuine. I want people to, have the fruit of their
I want
labor.
that if I pay somebody to make me art, I want it to be their art, not the art of a computer.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, have you noticed that AI pictures, like quite a few of them? I don't know if it's one model or for multiple models, but they've started to have like a yellowish tinge to them compared to the plain white. You know what I'm talking
Some
about?
of them, yeah. Yeah, it's the ones if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get from Apple and stuff. They do.
Yeah.
Yellow filter.
I just remember seeing there was this one like history channel where clearly history channel on YouTube to be precise, where it was literally just pretty much all AI generated, even down to the thumbnail. Like they would basically just pick a topic or whatever and then have AI write about it, AI voice it, so on and so forth. And the thumbnails were all AI made as well. And you could tell like chronologically when the yellowing started to happen based on how old the video was and all of this stuff. I was just really weird that's the choice to be made. You know what I mean?
I don't know, maybe everyone followed Apple's suit, 'cause I noticed when Apple started putting out their AI generation app, stuff started going more yellow, because that's kind of what Apple did with theirs. And also over-exaggerated cartoonish.
God, I hate that about AI.
How
So
everything's so
much.
smooth. Ugh.
Yeah, and it's very clearly looking fake.
Yeah.
Well, I think that has to be an intentional design so that you can't be mimicking something too real or too looking like real art. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you're trying to be ethical about AI generation, you want it to be known straight away, hey, this is AI generated, just so that you can warn the consumer, just in case it's used maliciously.
So it's an intentional flaw.
Yeah, exactly. Like, most systems are designed to fail or to break in certain ways. Like, if you think of a car, they want something that, they want something easy to break, not the entire engine to break. They want something that's small, that they can be in and out to fix, and then it's back and good to go. They don't want the entire piston shooting out the oil pan. And that's the same thing with like software as well. So you have to design.
They don't?
Apparently not. I don't know. There's certain companies that seem to think otherwise, but
yeah, and
I
those
don't know.
ones is Subaru.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Fuck you, Subaru.
I don't drive a Subaru because I like them or I like the color blue. I drive them because I'm a lesbian.
Yes, we know you are.
Okay,
Yeah,
I will be honest right now.
To the beginning of the topic.
Buy energy.
I
You're
have
just a
never
bisexual.
once
Energy.
I have never once fit into
Not
a
having
fucking
a Subaru.
stereotype more than owning a fucking Beetle.
Oh yeah.
I literally told my friend who works for our provincial like insurance company that I bought a Beetle, and he's like, "Yeah, that fucking checks out. You're probably into cottagecore shit, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Fucking what, mate?" He's like, "Yeah, fucking knew it."
No, that
Like,
that
you
tracks.
bitch.
That tracks.
That tracks.
Tracks.
Oh no, it does. It does totally, especially when you look at the interior of my car because it's two-tone leathers and cloth seats, and it's got
Oh, yes.
like a type of plaid type pattern on it.
Yeah.
So no, it totally
definitely
makes sense.
cottage core.
It fucking checks.
Um,
But it's like, damn, you didn't have to do me like that there, dog.
no,
Here's the call out you ordered.
I'll get that an extra large, please.
Literally.
Right?
or sorry, grande. Is it mega grande then?
It would be a Venti or a Trenta or something bullshit like that.
I think it's Trente.
Yeah.
That's the
Anyways,
one they don't have on the menu.
I just wanted
Fancy-ass
to
stupid title names.
I just wanted to state that the blue Subaru is the one link that's keeping me away from being perceived as fully gay. I've got a blue Mazda, just not a blue Subaru because I do vape. And
Oh
what
god.
we've already established. so-
Never ever buy a blue Subaru.
You will 100% be turned into a stereotype.
I'll get that fuckboy haircut where it's like the
He's already
no.
a stereotype.
Fucking
No.
ramen noodle hair ass bitch
Yeah.
looking
Oh, fuck.
motherfucker.
What do you mean?
No.
I'm already
Snitch already is a stereotype.
Gaelen, speak up.
You're already a stereotype.
Fuck you. Elaborate.
You elaborate.
You're
No.
white and you're trying to be a better father.
Oh,
That's it.
Okay, but wait, Dorian fits into that stereotype.
Ah!
Just because you call him daddy doesn't mean that he's a father yet, okay? Chill out.
Hey, he had the chance.
Not yet.
No,
We're
we
not
did have the
doing-
chance.
Oh yeah, before, but we're not doing that yet.
No, not yet.
Hey, you guys are being smart about it.
I actually, okay, speaking back to the fact that I can't have fucking male friends because it kept liking me. One of my male friends from high school that was also fitting into that category messaged me, and he was the one who was like, "Don't forget that Dorian loves you." Was also like, I'm glad that you guys are being smart on not having kids yet." And I'm like, "You probably knocked up some chick, didn't you?" He's like, "I'm not commenting on that."
Bum,
And I
bum,
know him because he would not be talking to the mother.
Mhm.
Oof.
Big
So I'm
yikes.
like, "Yeah, I fucking knew it, dog. Can't fucking
Big
pull one
yikes.
over on me."
He can't get something like that past this gal. Ooh-wee. I tell you what. I've been my wife and I have been
Okay there,
watching Rick
Mr.
and
Meeseeks.
Morty lately. Like
Or
just
fucking Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
well, like we only have
Jesus.
seasons 1 to 3 on DVD because I got the collection like a couple years back, and I just never really had an interest of getting the later seasons. Just like, all right, you know what, this is good for now. I'm good. And so we've been watching that again. Just, something to fucking do. And I forgot how much I enjoyed some of the humor, but some of it has not aged very well, especially with
No.
especially with Justin Roiland
Yeah.
and Dan Harmon being in the situations that they are now. Like,
Yeah.
did it pan
Wait,
out
what
long
situation
term?
are they in?
Not really. Is it still funny? Yeah. You know
Oh, Dorian doesn't know about it.
what?
Yeah, what?
Dorian
What
doesn't know about
did
the
they do?
situation.
Quick rundown. Hollywood. Predator.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, enough said.
The typical.
I mean, my rebuttal. Who isn't?
Me.
If I'm not wrong, there were allegations of
Hollywood.
Justin Roiland coming out as being a predator towards workers that were working with him,
Yeah, there was
female workers.
There was a thing of him like making unwanted sexual advancements on female coworkers, and a couple other things as well, from what I remember, anyways.
Which I'll be honest right here. As a woman, if you work in Hollywood, you kind of that's something that comes with the job. I'm not gonna go walk into a
Yikes.
prison like
Yikes.
place and not be expected to be fucking catcalled because I'm a woman. They kind of walk into an industry of a place that has always sexualized women, and they expect to not be sexualized. And as a woman, I kind of look at you and go, "You're a fucking dumbass."
Sounds
But
like you're blaming the
mean,
victim here. Oof.
not blaming the victim, but also there are certain situations where the victim shouldn't, have her fucking head on straight.
No, I understand where
Well,
you're coming
here,
from.
Well, don't accept the alcohol from a man that obviously looks like a fucking predator.
Okay, Dorian, you were about to say
I'm learning.
something?
Yeah,
I'm saying this
fair.
from fucking experience.
I
I should
got
have
an
done this.
analogy.
I'm saying this. I should have done this.
I got an analogy that kind of makes the point seem not so much blaming the victim, but just maybe smarten up people. If I were to go to a zoo, and I see that
Yeah.
the lion pen, the lion has been not fed in a while, and he's very fucking antsy. And I decide, this kebab donaire person here, I'm gonna get him to rub all his juices on me. I'm gonna go jump in the fucking lion pit. Do you think that's a real fucking smart idea when I get mauled by the lion? Is it the lion's fault? I know it's a little much, but I'm just saying.
Harambe.
You don't go into an industry and think, I'm gonna be perfectly fine, when all of them are known to be on fuck, why can't I pronounce his name?
Epstein's list.
Epstein's fucking list. They all went to his island. Like, did we all forget about that?
There's a striking similarity between people who went to Diddy parties and Epstein's Island too.
Literally.
Right? It almost like they're the
seems to be
same
the
fucking
same list.
people.
Right?
But yeah, like this is totally coming from somebody who was a victim, and there are situations where I look back and I'm like, man, I should have fucking known walking into this what this was going to do to me. And I now advocate for women to go, okay, I see the situation. This probably isn't a good situation. I should probably leave. Because a lot of times women will just go, oh no, I'll be fine. No. Identify when you're not going to be fine. Yeah, fucking leave.
Taking a shipment of fucking baby oil by the crate. Maybe it's time to leave the Diddy party.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a certain amount of smarten up, and then there's a certain amount.
There is
either not knowing, or thinking that you're invincible and nothing bad will ever happen to you. Typical human behavior.
Yeah. And I totally agree, because there are situations where even I go, I'm a small 5'4" girl, and I'm 108 pounds. I work in the blue collar industry. I should not probably be working in that industry, to be honest, because it's very misogynistic still, to put it lightly. But I still go in there and go, you know what? I'll be fine. I get comments all the time on, oh, is that a wedding ring? Like, yeah, that's a wedding ring. Bless you. But I also go, I'm not gonna go to the bar and hit on a guy and then not expect the guy to want to take me home. Like, that's also kind of, don't do that to them. That's not nice.
Yeah, I don't know. But with Hollywood, it's a weird one because like that's how it was kind of initially founded, and so there is some of that just integrated into the DNA of Hollywood. It's not an excuse. It is context at the end of the day.
It's an explanation, not an excuse.
An excuse.
No.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Hollywood should smarten the fuck up. But you'd have to get rid of
It should be both
95% of
sides.
them.
But like
Yeah.
I
You'd
I
have
did notice
to
this.
undo a lot, and while it is changing,
Yeah. I did notice that like with the Me Too movement and all of that, when people were going out against like Harvey Weinstein and such, it,
oh fucking what's his name deserved it.
like
Um,
yeah, the guy was a piece of shit.
Nickelodeon dude,
Oh, Dan
Dan Schneider.
Dan
He
Schneider.
fucking deserved it all.
And
I've literally
Schneider.
watched it since I was
Bring all my
since I was a
bitches
kid,
back.
and even as a kid, I went, "That man's weird. No, thank you."
Yeah. Anyways, but like part of it was like, yeah, we should be having this conversation. Totally get it. You know, you shouldn't be asked of sexual favors just to get a shot at something that you're
Yeah,
working
at the
towards.
bar.
I get that, but there was a part of me that was irked by the conversation because nobody seemed to be willing to talk about like, well, you did have a choice to say no to that and live with the consequences of that. And it's not a new story in any way, shape, or form of director or somebody who has importance in film and industry tries to use his power to influence on somebody who he fancies. And I say he because that's just the stereotype of, typically it's a guy using his power to get at some young 20-year-old girl who just wants her big
Yep.
break in Hollywood and all that.
We're
Look at
14-year-old. That happens a lot too.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah.
But let's
Yeah.
look at what's her name? Oh my God, she's got her own show. Is it Drew Barrymore? Yeah, Drew Barrymore.
Wasn't it?
She was very much like 12 years old and going to the clubs that all of the big big celebrities went to, doing cocaine at the big parties and stuff, and she even was like, no, this is something that nobody should do.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was very shocked when I heard about that from her.
The exploitation of children, that's the one where it irks me the most. But in the case of what I was talking about just a minute ago, I'm talking about consenting adults here. Like, a 21-year-old girl who just wants her big break in Hollywood to finally get a decent role. And the creepy
But
40-something-year-old
be fair
actor.
with you, Michael.
Go ahead.
Most young women in acting are not 20-something to get their break. They start out as a child actor.
I
From their parents,
understand that.
like pushing them to acting. Right?
I understand that.
That's the unfortunate part of it all too.
Yeah. If it was just adults, the situation would be easier. But there's so many
Yeah, because you
child
could just say they
actors.
consented. Fuck it.
Yeah. It's like you made that decision for the trade, and now you have money.
Yeah.
But
Like you
Yeah,
walked
money and
into the
fame.
industry knowing what that was.
yeah, but a child
But
who was just thrown into Hollywood one day at 7 years old and hasn't been able to leave since. I mean, like, oh, what's the
Because
guy's
because their
name?
parents have decided that that's what they're gonna do.
What's the kid's name from Home Alone? He's got such a unique name.
Oh,
It's on the tip of
Macaulay
my
Culkin.
tongue.
Macaulay
Macaulay
Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
at least one, if not more, of his siblings were already in Hollywood before he got his stardom. Like, his older brother plays
Yeah.
Wallace in
Oh.
Scott Pilgrim.
Although, can we sidetrack for a second? I am so happy that Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song, who played London Tipton in Sweet Lives, Zack and Cody, are now married and they're happy together and living a very quiet life. I'm very happy for them. It's
That's
just
great for them.
they're
happy
one
for
of the
them.
few actors yeah,
But
specifically
anyways,
for Brenda's song because I did not expect that of her.
but my only point was going to be made was like, look what happened to Macaulay Culkin. Like, dude got probably some of the worst treatment from Hollywood ever. You know, public embarrassment, abused, and all that. And he ended up being a weird teenager, and the paparazzi ate it up too. So it's just like there was nothing that he could really do other than just try to survive. And now he's doing a lot better, which is great. And it's unfortunate that he had to be treated that way. And I'm certainly not a fan of it, but like, what else is the guy gonna do, right? Like, I don't know. It's fucked up.
Literally.
So, anyways, surprised Mac hasn't joined us by now. He said he would be available for roughly this time.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably thinking that it's like 9:30. We're about to wind down, right?
No, we're just getting started.
Oh, I don't have to work until afternoon tomorrow, so yeah, boys.
No, I got work tomorrow, so no.
Lamos. I'm over here, Ryan Gosling.
I don't have to work until 11:30.
Unemployment over here. I'm living the dream. I'm min-maxing. I'm being a Chad. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking
min-maxing unemployment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no kidding.
Call me 007. 0 money gained, 0 shifts work, 7 smoke breaks. Nah. I've been doing a lot of stuff.
I'll be right back.
So, you guys come here often?
Unfortunately.
Yes, every Tuesday. Yeah.
Cool. You guys like dragons?
Love dragons. Fuck yeah.
I like dragons. These nuts.
I heard the fucking How to Train Your Dragon movie is actually really good.
Is it?
The new one.
I haven't seen.
Yeah, I heard it actually is really good.
I've heard it's pretty good too. I haven't seen it either, but that's what I heard.
I heard you.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just glad it's not Disney and it's actually DreamWorks.
Yeah. You know it would be a bad remake if Disney was in charge of it.
Yep.
They had to put those live-action remakes on pause because of Snow White, and I think Lion King played some part of it. But holy crap! Some of the screenshots from the Snow White movie are absurd.
They're bad. It was a disaster.
Oh no. I did the fuck up. Daddy government,
What'd you do?
help me out. Well, I've been doing the drift,
Disney? Yeah.
the drift game in the background for the viewers so that they can chill out and relax, and it's like almost the equivalent of a surf video from 2016, if that makes sense. Anyways, I fucked up on a drift and ended up going off the track a little bit. That's all. I thought about taking a page out of another podcast book, a podcast that's no longer running, but doing solitaire gameplay for the background. I thought that would be funny. I might.
We've had this exact conversation last week.
Did we?
Or the week before, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because you got it from the podcast that Colin Carson was on.
Right, we did talk about that. I am so sorry.
I was not here last week, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
there was a podcast with Tommy Carson and Raccoon Eggs and another guy who you probably don't know. And they had a podcast and they only did about 25 episodes or so. And they had solitaire as their background gameplay for the podcast. That's the end of that story.
Oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, I'm hoping to God that I didn't run out of a certain type of fruit.
What? That marijuana root?
No,
The cannabis?
I ran out of star fruit or pineapple. Stardew.
I love when they say it's the Stardew Valley in Stardew Valley movie. That's my favorite line.
There's a fucking what? There's a no.
I'm yanking
Okay.
your chain here.
Okay.
You're getting baited.
Okay.
You're getting baited.
I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment of stupidity. Please pray for my brain cells.
It was basically just like oh yeah, I love when Jared Leto says it's morbing time from Morbius. Favorite part of the film right there.
I loved when you morbed all over it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what fruit I want to make wine out of.
How about the Morbin fruit? Welcome back to the Morbin podcast.
Gaelen, pick a fruit for me from that you know of.
Pick the Morb.
I have everything.
We're gonna make Morbius wine.
Starfruit.
Okay.
Do you think
I just need something to make a couple more wines because.
Do you think Mario has a garden with starfruit? Or do you think it's all mushrooms?
He's gotta.
No, I think he just likes his flowers. You know?
Wahoo.
Wahoo.
It's a me, Marilol.
It's me.
Mario, it's okay. It's stage 4. Yes, we are on stage 4. Oh God. I have a question for God.
One of my favorite old Mario ones was the spaghetti one. What do you want for dinner? The spaghetti? Oh fuck, I can't. It's been fuck years since I've seen that.
Have you guys tried to watch
Spaghetti? No. Spaghetti? No.
There was a live action Mario TV show and a movie from the 80s.
What?
Have you ever tried to watch it? I'll take that no as a no.
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 They are pretty awful. I watched a little bit of the TV show.
Oh, is it a movie or TV?
They had
Okay.
both. They had both. The Mario.
I watched the movie.
Yeah, the movie is the main one that everybody knows about, but there was a TV show as well with most of the same actors. There was. Yeah, it's a rough watch, that's for sure. Because like I tried watching one episode of the TV show just to see if it was any good with Samuel, and I was like, no, can't even make it 5 minutes, and he lost interest after like the intro. I was like, well, glad he's not like super into it or anything like that. That makes it a lot easier for me. His newest fashion.
When are you going to show your kid Bionicle?
You know, like if it wasn't so hard to find all of the Bionicle stuff, I totally would. Then again, there's a lot of stuff about Bionicle that I have no clue about. Like I was a casual Bionicle fan, you know, like I had a couple of them, but I didn't watch the movies. I remember one kid who I went to a birthday party for back in like grade school, and he got the one with like the golden mask on it, and it was like a giant $200 set or something like that, because it was the big fuck off set. That's like the main Bionicle memory that I have. I didn't watch any of the movies. I didn't play any of the games. I just had a couple Bionicles. I thought they were neat, and that was it. Sorry that I'm not a real gamer.
So you never watched any of the Peak? Damn. It's depressing.
No, sir, I did not.
Did we ever
Gotta get on
did
that.
I ever ask what movies you guys or TV shows from our childhood that you guys would make your kids watch when you have kids? Like,
Uh,
if there's any TV shows that you're like you're watching this because it's good for you or because it teaches you some good life lesson.
Uh,
that's a tough one. I mean, like, I'm already kind of
I know Dorian's is Avatar.
like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Well, yeah, that's yeah.
Okay, just had to clarify.
Yeah, like
James
yeah.
Cameron's Avatar.
Mine's
Which
gonna
would be
be
an odd choice.
I mean, that's when he becomes a teenager.
That's fair. Sorry, what was your choice?
But for me, mine is oh fuck, what's both Blue's Clues and Bear in the Big Blue House.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Both of those I'm already doing with Samuel. Like
Nice.
he really likes Bear in the Big Blue House.
How
Mr. Rogers. He really enjoys Mr. Rogers.
Old School Bear?
What do you mean old school?
Okay.
Like Old School Bear in the Big Blue House, or like I heard that there might be a new show. I don't know if there is.
I have not seen a new show. I've only seen the OG.
Okay.
And that's all I've shown him.
Okay, good.
Old Sesame Street, like from the 80s and 90s, stuff that I grew up with, that my mom saw when she grew up with. So it's not like absolute Zoomer bait trying to grab attention 24/7. It's actually kind of peaceful because the music's really nice. And it's classics, you know. The Muppet Show is a bit much for him right now. I mean, he has two, so that kind of tracks. So that'll be further down the line. But yeah, like a bunch of the stuff that we grew up with, we've already started showing to him. I mean, most of it right now is just like Disney movies and the basics. Like right now, his go-to right now is Cars, the movie, the OG one with Owen Wilson.
Based.
So he wants to watch that nonstop. He also is a big fan of Bluey, which I will not protest. Bluey is a great show.
It's growing on you, huh?
No. I sat down and watched it with him one time, and I was like, you know what? I'm totally okay with this. Like, these are good lessons that are being taught, and there has been a couple of episodes that made me like get a little emotional. Like, I was like, oh fuck, that's really good. It's just good writing, good characters, and all that. They're on break right now for Bluey because they did seasons 1 to 3, and there's like, I think between the 3 seasons, about 150 something episodes. They're all like
in
short.
3 seasons.
Well, they do short, like 7-minute episode per. Like,
oh, I see.
So instead of like a 30-minute episode and doing like 10 of them per season, they just do like 57-minute ones. And then they've got mini shorts as well, which are like 3 minutes or so of just like, funny concepts that the writers had but didn't know how to expand on it more.
Fair enough. Okay.
but yeah, so they did seasons 1 to 3, and then they're taking a break, and then they've teased about doing Bluey as like a grown up or a teenager or something like that, and going through the different stages of like growing up, because the kids are like, I think 4 and 7 or 5 and 8 or something like that. So you can get a good amount of like imagination and laying down rules and why we do certain things, just in that alone. And then some of the more nuanced topics, that's more for like teenager sort of deal. I think the plan is that you'll have a show where you can watch it at pretty much any stage of life and enjoy it, which is really smart.
Mhm.
And the guys at Ludo and BBC seem to be doing a great job with it too. They're not overselling it or have sold it out completely. At least not yet. But that's the impression I get. Like, there's enough merchandise out there, but not too much that it's like, oh my gosh, just die in a hole already. Like Paw Patrol or some of the other ones where it's like,
I like Paw Patrol, but just me.
so I have been dissuaded from Paw Patrol because of all the merch that I've seen of Paw Patrol.
No, and that's fair. I do agree with that.
I've seen more merch than anything close to an episode of Paw Patrol. So that's just me though. I'm obviously not the target audience here.
Yeah.
So, but no, I'd rather show Samuel classics like Cocomelon. Hard no, not doing that. Not in this house.
No, fuck no. No baby shark shit.
Nope. Baby Shark is definite no. It's like we'll do Wiggles and a couple others.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the original Wiggles though.
Dude,
And
the original Wiggles is so good, but the new modern Wiggles is pretty baller.
They are
okay.
Pretty good. Like they seem to be angling more towards like that sort of YouTube kids nursery rhymes and easy to do songs that you can throw one song in like 18 different compilations. It seems to be where they're going at, but that's kind of what the market is evolving to, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
He likes Miss Rachel as well. I don't mind Miss Rachel. But every time that I see Miss Rachel, I think of Nakey Jakey, because he did his Starfield video, and he got his like cousin or one of his sisters to dress up as Miss Rachel and sort of like poke fun at Bethesda for like a minute straight, dressed up as Miss Rachel. So every time I see it on the TV, I'm like, can you say leather jacket? Because that was his running gag for that video. So
yes.
it just, yeah, that's just a me thing though. He seems to enjoy it, which is all that matters. He also is a huge fan of classic Thomas. Like I'm talking, what's his name?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. I'm so happy by that.
Diorama, not diorama, but like actual model trains.
Yep, with only the faces that slightly, ever so slightly moved.
Yes, and George Carlin narrated it for like the first 5 or 6 seasons. Like that's the stuff that we've shown him. We did a thing for his birthday where we went to a sort of like a tourist park thing nearby the house, and they were doing a day of Thomas, and they had hooked up this like fake Thomas to the front of a train, like an actual steam train.
Nice.
And you got to go on a ride around the park with Thomas, and it was all Thomas themed, and they had the conductor and a bunch of other classic characters and all that. But there's so many new characters. Oh my gosh, there's so many.
I had a cousin. He's not really a cousin, but I grew up with him, so I consider him my cousin. He had cystic fibrosis and all that. He passed away in 2018. his favorite thing in the absolute world was Thomas the Tank Engine.
Mm-hmm.
And like he got to go to Thomas Land in England and stuff before he passed. That was the highlight of his life. It was just so cool because I watched all of it with him growing up. And I hope to God that my kid likes Thomas.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, I mean, I'll happily sit down and listen to George Carlin talk about, Thomas got mad. Like I haven't heard him also talk about pussy farts. Like,
True.
No, like near the end of when I was working at the same place that Gaelen worked, I would just like listen to comedy specials for the entire day. Just something to keep it interesting because there's only so much music that you can listen to before it just starts sounding samey. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I just
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I just started listening to comedy specials and I got heavy into George Carlin's like different sets and such. To the point that I was like, haven't I heard this joke already? Maybe it's a reused joke from one of his earlier ones or whatever, or maybe I've just listened to this one too many times. I don't remember. But yeah, I went through George Carlin and a bunch of other people on iTunes, just because it was something else to listen to other than music or YouTube videos. But yeah. I threw on George Carlin for a very keeps to himself contractor when I was at my last place of work. And it's just him and I on the road for, like 7 hours straight, 8 hours straight. And initially I had some like lo-fi on, just something background so that we could chat and, get to know each other a little bit better. Like if I'm going to work with you for the entire week and be stuck in the same vehicle as you, I'd like to know what makes you tick and, all that type of shit. And eventually I was like, oh, if you're going to have a nap, I'm going to throw on something just to keep me awake and paying attention. You don't mind if I do that, right? He's like, oh, no problem at all. I was like, I'm thinking about throwing on George Carlin. Would that be an issue? He's like, no, you put on whatever, man. I can listen to whatever. I was like, okay, it's a little crude at times. And with the one I randomly picked, the second track, and he's talking about pussy farts. I'm like, oh, there it is. I did warn him. It's another word we don't talk about much. Dingleberry. That's a kid's word, isn't it? Yeah. Can somebody else?
Jeez.
What?
I love that. That'd be the type of like stuff I would listen to on the job.
You should do it. It's so much fun. Does anybody else have anything to talk about? Or should we call it?
No. I need to go.
Oh fuck! It's 10. We've been going for 2 hours almost.
Yeah, I need to go.
Okay. Well, quit
Fair.
on us like that, Gaelen. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I'll close this off and we can all fuck off for the night, I guess.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Yes. Have a good night. Thank you for
Thanks
watching.
for listening to our artistic ranting.
Yeah. Thanks for us listening to Hollywood and all the fun jazz in the world. Oh shit! I just saw your message, Gaelen. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyways, tune in next week where we probably talk about more bullshit. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.